A queen arrested like a damn criminal, caught with marijuana in Amsterdam, detained before a sold-out show, and leaves thousands of her fans stranded in Manchester like dogs. Cameras roll, cops rub their hands, and Nicki Minaj, right in the middle of the chaos, does what she does best, turns her damn arrest into the biggest show on the planet. But that's the now. To understand how she got to this level of madness, we've got to go back to the beginning. As a teenager, she started scribbling rhymes on any scrap of paper she could find. She had a rare gift. She could switch voices, styles, flows. Like instead of one rapper, you were hearing 5 packed into one body. It was theater, it was rap, it was a show. Bro, it was like she was possessed by hip-hop, but dreams don't come true on their own. Nicki hit up cheap studios, recorded her first mixtapes with local producers, and hustled them on the streets like they were weapons loaded with bars. Every track was a bullet, and New York was starting to hear the gunfire. In 2007, she dropped Playtime Is Over, then Sucka Free, and later Beam Me Up, Scotty. And that's when she blew up. The girl from Queens that nobody wanted to sign was suddenly everywhere. She was weird, she was different, she was dangerous. And that turned her into a legend before she was even famous. And just when she started breaking through, Lil Wayne shows up. Bro, Wayne didn't just pick anybody, but when he heard Nicki, he knew he had pure gold. He signed her to Young Money, the same label as Drake, and from that moment on, the story flipped. In 2010, she dropped her debut album, Pink Friday. Boom. #1 on Billboard. Over 375,000 copies sold in a single week. And suddenly, the girl who came from a basement in Queens was sitting at the same table as Jay-Z, Kanye, and Beyonce. The craziest part? Nicki didn't walk in as a guest. She kicked the damn door down, and she sat on the throne as the queen of rap, long nails, giant diamonds, and a legion of barbs already seeing her as a goddess. Bro, when Nicki crowned herself in rap, she wasn't just earning respect. She was cashing checks big enough to shake Wall Street. Just with her Young Money and Cash Money deal, Nicki locked in a multi-million contract worth over $25 million. And that was just the beginning. But bro, that was just the warm-up. Nicki didn't stay boxed in by rap. She turned her name into a brand, signed contracts with Pepsi, MAC Cosmetics, Adidas, H&M. Her perfume Pink Friday sold over $50 million worldwide, and her world tours more than $100 million in ticket sales. Bro, every time Nicki grabbed a mic, she wasn't just filling stadiums, she was filling bank accounts. And it wasn't just shows. On digital platforms, Nicki is a money printing machine. On YouTube, she generates between $70,000 and $100,000 a month just from views. On Spotify, she's got over 50 million monthly listeners, meaning millions in royalties every year. Today, her net worth is over $150 million. And the best part? Nicki doesn't just rap. Nicki prints money every time she breathes into a mic. Bro, if money was a language, Nicki Minaj speaks it in a diamond dialect, because this woman doesn't just buy houses, she buys kingdoms. Her Beverly Hills mansion, worth over $10 million, looks straight out of a Hollywood movie. Infinity pool, panoramic views, private theater, a closet bigger than a supermarket, and a garage that looks like a luxury showroom. In Malibu, she's got another residence with direct access to the beach. Yeah, bro, Nicki can walk straight from her living room to the sand like it's her own private resort. In New York, she owns penthouses that look like vertical castles, sky-high ceilings, private elevators, and windows overlooking all of Manhattan. And it doesn't stop there. She's invested in real estate in Miami, Trinidad, and even London. Her full property portfolio, estimated at over $25 million. But if her houses shine, bro, her jewelry collection is another level. Nicki's neck weighs more than a school backpack, like I knew well, but on Barbie pink steroids. Custom pink diamond-drenched chains. Rings so big they look like meteorites. Cartier, Tiffany, and Bulgari bracelets worth more than the car of anyone watching this video. And her most famous piece, a custom Rolex date just in rose gold and diamonds, valued at over $250,000. Bro, Nicki shines so hard that if she walks through airport security, she doesn't set off the metal detector, she blows it up. And the best part? She knows it. Nicki doesn't buy to stash away. Nicki buys to mark territory, because when she shows up in a crystal-covered Versace dress, a $500,000 chain, and that "I'm the queen" smile, nobody dares to argue. Bro, if we're talking controversies, there's one that changed everything. Nicki Minaj versus Cardi B, because this wasn't a misunderstanding. It wasn't a my account got hacked. It was an open war for the throne of female rap. When Cardi started rising with Bodak Yellow, a lot of media and fans painted her as Nicki's successor, like the Barbie Queen's reign had an expiration date. Bro, do you know what it means to tell the woman who's been #1 for a decade that she's too old? That was pure dynamite. At first, Nicki tried to play diplomatic, but Cardi wasn't holding back. Interviews, social media shots, venom-packed bars, everything pointed to one thing. There wasn't room for two queens. And Nicki, bro, doesn't share crowns with anyone. The beef escalated so fast, it wasn't even music anymore. It was pure hate. They were throwing shots in songs, Cardi hinting that Nicki blocked her collabs, Nicki firing back that Cardi didn't even write her own bars. It was like watching a boxing match, only every punch was a verse. And the wildest moment came at New York Fashion Week 2018, an exclusive party packed with celebs, photographers, models, all glam and glitter, and suddenly, boom! Cardi B lunges at Nicki, shoving, screaming, security rushing to hold them back. And the most iconic moment, Cardi threw a shoe at her, right there on the red carpet. Bro, a damn stiletto flying through the air between diamonds and designer gowns. The photos went viral in seconds. The next day, headlines weren't about fashion, they were about war. That day made one thing clear, this wasn't marketing, it was personal. Cardi was done with feeling overshadowed, and Nicki was done with anyone trying to take her crown. But here's the twist, after the scandal, who came out stronger? Nicki. Because while Cardi looked like she lost control, Nicki stayed cold, calculated, like a queen watching from her throne while the challenger tried to climb up by force. And in the end, even though Cardi had her hits, Nicki never stopped being the reference point, bro. That beef wasn't just music, it was history. It was the battle that split female rap into two armies, the Barbs and the Bardi gang. And even today, every time one of them throws shade online, the whole internet catches fire. Because Nicki and Cardi aren't just artists, they're gladiators in an arena where the prize isn't a Grammy, it's the damn crown of rap. Nicki Minaj lives in a world where everything is pink, shiny, and insanely expensive. Because this woman doesn't buy things just to use them, she buys them to flex, like every day is the Met Gala. Her biggest obsession, cars. And not just any cars. Nicki customizes every ride like it's a luxury Barbie toy on steroids. She's got a matte pink Lamborghini Aventador worth over $400,000, looking like a life-sized luxury toy. Her Rolls-Royce Cullinan, pearl white with fully custom interiors, runs close to $500,000. And to top it off, a pink Bentley Continental GT worth $300,000, because if Nicki's pulling up somewhere, she's not going low profile, she's showing up shining like a walking diamond. Bro, while regular people dream about a Toyota Corolla, Nicki wakes up and decides if today she's driving a pink Lamborghini or a diamond-drenched Rolls. But the cars, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Nicki's got an insane collection of clothes and accessories. Versace, Balmain, and Givenchy dresses worth as much as a house in the Bronx. Hermes Birkin bags in every color, each one priced between $30,000 and $100,000. And rows of Louboutins and Jimmy Choos like they're supermarket flip-flops. Bro, Nicki doesn't walk, she struts. Every time she steps out in public, it's like she just came from a Vogue shoot with $1 million on her. And the big toys? Private jets and luxury travel. Nicki flies on private jets that cost over $10,000 an hour, surrounded by her team and family, with custom interiors, champagne, and diamonds even in the glasses. Because in her world, flying commercial is an insult. And the best part, Nicki doesn't just spend, she invests. Every dress she buys, every pink car, every piece of jewelry becomes a symbol, part of her character. Bro, this isn't just luxury, it's marketing. She understood that image makes money too, because when you think of exaggerated luxury, absolute glamour, rap dipped in diamonds, you think of Nicki Minaj. Bro, Nicki Minaj had everything stacked against her. A broken childhood, an industry run by men, haters at every corner. And still, today she sits on a diamond throne. She proved rap has no gender, that a woman can cash out more than all her critics combined, and that while others talk, she prints money. But here's the real question. What's the point of admiring her story if you're still sitting there doing nothing? Because Nicki came out of chaos and crowned herself queen. And you? Are you just gonna keep clapping from the sidelines? Or are you gonna get up and build your own empire? But YouTube thinks you'll like this video on screen, so make sure to check it out if you want to see these over-the-top millionaires. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, my friend.